Hi everyone, it's Jamie from anysoftwareyouwant.com, and in this video we're going to give you a lightning quick demo of our huge data set of over 18 million websites, all with their social handles extracted. So just to give you a really brief description of this data set, our crawlers have crawled most of the internet. We checked over 99% of websites online, and we've searched for their social handles, and if they do have social handles then we include them in this data set. So this is over 18 million websites that have social handles, and we've extracted them and they're in this data set for you. As you can see, it's actually a little bit over 18 million. It's about 65,000 over 18 million, but we like to over deliver these data sets because sometimes websites go offline quite quickly, etc. So let's have a quick browse of this data set. So you can see we've got the domain here, and then we've got the Instagram, X, Facebook and LinkedIn handles if we could find them. So as I said earlier, we only include websites in this data set where we found one or more social handles. We've also got the title and description from the website that we found the social handles on. Now that's really useful because it means you can find social accounts that are in certain niches by searching for keywords that are in the title or description of the website that we found those handles on. We've also got the TLD, so if you want to, for example, only find socials or websites from Canada you can, or from the UK you can. And then finally we've got our categories. So how we've placed websites in categories works like this. Sometimes a website can span multiple categories. For example, many blogs do that. So we have a primary category and then a secondary category, and we match these websites based on a predefined set of keywords. So if we find more keywords in the description and the title to do with fitness than to do with, say, religion, then we'll place it in a primary fitness category and then a secondary religion category, for example. And also we give a certainty score. So we've got a primary match score, and that is how certain we are that it fits in that category, and that's worked out from the amount of keywords we find in the title and description and the length of them, etc., to work that score out. And that score is useful because you might be doing outreach campaigns where if you're targeting, for example, gyms, and you message a website that's in, for example, the finance niche, because you didn't use the match score filter, it might hurt your campaign success rate. You might get messages marked as spam, etc. So you can use that match score to filter down to only websites that we're pretty certain are within a certain niche. So now we'll give you a few quick demos of how to work with the data set in the format you see here, which is a MySQL database. We provide it as a MySQL dump, and we also provide a comma separated value CSV file. And also, upon purchase, we provide full training in a video format that shows you how to do more advanced queries and searches on these data sets, and also just how to handle these large data sets locally on your local machine. For example, how to set up MySQL, how to import the MySQL dump, how to search these large CSV files, PowerShell. So even if you're not technical, we provide full video training on how to use these massive data sets. So for our first demo here, we've just put together a simple SQL query. So we'll say, for this example, let's say we're a social media marketing agency and we specialize in helping people on Instagram who have a dentistry. So here you can see we're finding all websites where we've managed to extract a Instagram handle, and we're putting the category matching to the primary precise secondary category, because when we categorize websites we have a broad and then a precise category. And as you can see, we found nearly 43,000 websites that are probably dental websites that have Instagram. And for our next quick demo here, we've searched for all websites in this dataset that have a Facebook handle, as you can see here, and also have California in the website's title or description. So this is really good for finding websites in certain geographical areas that have a presence on social media. And as you can see, because this data set's so large, we found just under 47,000 websites. Now for our final demo, as we said earlier, we do provide this huge data set in a comma-separated value format as well, and you can see here we've used this PowerShell command to filter down to any rows that contain London and then put them into a new file. And as you can see here, now the file's a bit smaller, we can open it up inside any CSV reader and it will be able to handle the new file. And as you can see, we've got London in the titles here, and if it's not in the title, it will be in the description. So obviously if you're a social media agency, this is a really good way to find businesses in your city that are active on social media. And if we go all the way down to the data set, you can see, because we've got so many websites in this 18 million huge data set, you can see we found 86 or over 86,000 websites that have some form of social presence that are based in London. So that concludes our demos for now. We hope you can see how powerful these data sets are for outreach and lead generation and the big data projects, etc. As I said, full training is provided in video format upon purchase of how to work with these big data sets on your local machine. And as always, thank you for watching.